I wanted to ask you, Andrea, about the importance that you are seeing, not only for cities, but also FAST-Infra. Please share with the audience how you are applying FAST-Infra and also sharing with us any experience that you are having in the development of PPPs with cities. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan Pablo, for having me here. I would like to first begin with something we had discussed before. How is that we assess sustainability in infrastructure projects? And I'd like to begin there and also share with you what is it my organization do and how is that we understand sustainability in infrastructure. And then go on to share with you how is that the FAST-Infra sustainable infrastructure label is addressing or becoming a tool that can help assess projects and their sustainability performance. So at GIB, the Global Infrastructure Basel Foundation, that we work with different angles of infrastructure. We're trying to support and promote the transition to sustainable infrastructure. We have 3 pillars of work. One of those, for example, focuses on infrastructure and nature. So we're looking at nature-based solutions and how they can provide infrastructure services while enhancing ecosystems rather than disrupting them. So that's from a very environmental perspective. Another area of work that we do is called infrastructure and the next generation. And this is about how we include young people in particular. We consider these as a very important group to include in decision-making of infrastructure because they will be the ones enduring most of the climate change impacts that we are facing now and will continue to face in future. So this area of work really focuses on the social dimension and how we can include young people and other vulnerable communities in bring them to the table of decision-making and planning for infrastructure, prioritizing what are the needs that young people need, and also help local government to think of innovative solutions. That's another angle that through which we understand sustainable infrastructure. And finally, the third one is supporting infrastructure quality and finance. And in this particular area of work, we are actually developing the FISI label. And this label brings together 4 dimensions through which projects can assess the sustainability. There's the environmental dimension, the social dimension, the governance dimension, and the adaptation and resilience of projects. So we are bringing together these 4 dimensions and also looking at the criteria and indicators that already exist in different frameworks. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but actually we're trying to leverage on existing tools and frameworks. We're trying to curate them, really select the best practices that exist out there. And with this label in place, try to help projects include all of these different dimensions into the planning, all the way from the planning to the implementation of programs. So, for example, something also that is new about this label is that we are trying to promote a new or contribute to the definition of sustainable infrastructure and as an asset class, and to scale up the investment in sustainable infrastructure. We do realize this is a challenge, particularly in emerging and developing economies. So this is something that the label is trying to do, so that projects all over the world have this standard that is a standard language where they can signal their performance in sustainability. And investors, independent of where the project is based, can be reassured that those projects are fulfilling criteria that has been very robustly curated to show that they are indeed sustainable. So that's what the label is trying to do. In terms of, for example, when we look at the dimensions, we're not only hoping that projects mitigate or reduce the negative impacts, but that they actually contribute positively, so that they enhance the biodiversity of the areas where they're placed, or in terms of in the social dimension, that they enhance the labor opportunities of the people around where projects are being built, or that they contribute positively to gender equality. And so it's really going beyond the minimum requirements that already exist. Our baseline is actually the IFC performance standards, but then also the idea would be that they report on how is that they're going beyond that and positively contributing. So at the moment we are developing it. We've developed it already for the solar photovoltaic sector and the wind onshore projects. We will be piloting the label in October. And we will also be, of course, revising and improving the label so that it takes into account the feedback that we will be getting. So it's an ongoing project, but it's very worthwhile sharing at this stage. And letting you know that we are working on this standard that we hope can help us make sustainable infrastructure a standard.
Muchas gracias, Andrea. Y para nosotros como Grupo BID ha sido muy importante los aportes también desde la parte pública y privada para el desarrollo de este estándar. Y va a ser fundamental, como lo decías, no solo para la definición de infraestructura sostenible vinculada a reducción de emisiones, sino también con el tema de adaptación y resiliencia.